What's up YouTube? It's me, Jess, and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is going to be a performance analysis of Katseye performing Touch live on Good Morning America. Let's go.
Touch, 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 touch. Thought about you way too much. Over overthinking us. Cause you've been so out of touch. You could've had my love, but you've been so out of touch. Monday, I was dreaming about you. Tuesday, I was waiting near the phone. 2 days, wasn't hearing from you. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, baby, I was getting bored. Thursday, I was losing interest. Friday, you were out there in the cold. Weekend, you already missed it. I was moving on, cause you were moving too slow. Sometimes I'm alone, stare out my window, and the moon makes you seem close tonight. But you've been so out of touch.
Cute.
About you way too much. Over everything, us. Cause you've been so out of touch. You could've had my love, but you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much. Yeah, you wanna mess it up. Cause you've been so out of touch. You could've had my love, but you've been so out of touch.
Okay, we're gonna pause here. One, I have to say I did watch the show, which is what led me to this video. This performance is actually interesting because if you've watched the show, they really did emphasize pretty heavily on dancing and choreography. Yes, they did train on voice, but that didn't really seem to be the main focal point of the show. And one thing I did want to point out about the show is the idea of dancing and singing at the same time, because they didn't really address that until towards the very end of the show. To me, it was already in my head like it's way too late to try and train the girls to be able to dance and sing at the same time. That takes years and years and years of practice. And so I think what happens a lot in especially pop singers who do a lot of choreography, they're just mainly singing to a track. And that's very obvious here. This is not live. They may have their microphones on, but the main audio that you hear is not what they're singing in live time.
But you've been so out of touch. Monday, I was dreaming about you. Tuesday, I was waiting near the phone. 2 days, wasn't hearing from you. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, baby, I was getting bored.
I think that is just part of the formula when it comes to artists who are singing and dancing at the same time. The one thing that I did get a little bit confused about is you can hear harmonies throughout parts of the song, but then there was only like one person moving their mouth.
From you. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, baby, I was getting bored. You already missed it. I was moving on, cause you were moving too slow. But you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much.
But to me, that was a little bit off. And then also in the very beginning, there was a solo part, but it was so hard for me to figure out who was actually singing that part. And maybe because there was just a lot of movement.
Monday, I was dreaming about you. Tuesday, I was waiting near the phone. 2 days, wasn't hearing from you. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, baby, I was getting bored.
But I was looking really hard. I only noticed someone actually moving their mouth to the solo part when it was Daniela's turn to sing.
Oh, baby, I was getting bored. Thursday, I was losing interest. Friday, you were out there in the cold. Weekend, you already missed it. I was moving on, cause you were moving too slow.
Just one thing my eye and ear are trying to put together is there seems to be a lot going on, but just like the show, most of the focus really is on the choreography. At the end of the day, it's what the fans want. I love their choreography. I think it's more intricate than some of the other bands I've seen, and I feel like that was nailed so well because of how hardcore it was drilled on them in the show.
First you're gonna say sorry. Promise you won't do it anymore. Come up with a different story. Yeah, what can I say? Say something I ain't heard before. I'm too fun to waste my time. Too young to waste one night. So here comes some good advice. If I ever call again, so I'm pressing on. 'Cause sometimes I'm alone.
So that is really nice to see. Last thing I want to point out right now is just the overall song. This is your cookie cutter, straight to the radio pop type of song. This is what the fans, I believe, want. They want something that's light, that's easygoing, that showcases the things that we saw on the show, which is really heavily focused on dance, and then a nice, easygoing, singable pop tune. That does leave a lot of room for growth and also a lot of room for surprise. There's so much more that can come in the future in terms of showing off different types of vocal abilities.
But you've been so out of touch, thought about you way too much. All around me thinking us, 'cause you've been so out of touch. You could have my love, but you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much. Yeah, you went and messed it up, 'cause you've been so out of touch. You could have my love, but you've been so out of touch. First you're gonna say sorry. Promise you won't do it anymore. Come up with a different story. Yeah, what can I say? Say something I ain't heard before. I'm too fun to waste my time. Too young to waste one night. So here comes some good advice. If I ever call again, so I'm pressing on. 'Cause sometimes I'm alone, stare out my window, and the moon makes you seem close tonight. But you've been so out of touch.
Cute.
Way too much. All around me thinking us. 'Cause you've been so out of touch. You could have my love, but you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much. Yeah, you went and messed it up, 'cause you've been so out of touch. You could have my love, but you've been so out of touch.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I don't know if you saw me. I was trying to figure out who was singing the oohs in the background. I couldn't figure out who was responsible for that because, again, I couldn't see who was mouthing the oohs while they were performing on stage. Again, that's just me just honestly being so intrigued by how the song is developing and figuring out who was singing what. I loved when harmonies came in during the chorus. It seems as if the beginning of the chorus is only sung by Yoonchae, and it breaks off into some just very light harmonies that you can hear in the background.
But you've been so out of touch. Thought about you way too much. All around me thinking us. 'Cause you've been so out of touch. You could have my love.
For me, this was a challenge, but honestly, it makes me look forward to more of their performances to see how more of the singing development is going to be incorporated into their performances and how the matching of what you hear on the track is going to match with what you see them lip syncing to. Otherwise, I thought this was such a cute, great song. I can see it going viral, especially some of the dance moves and the choreography. And I think it's also nice to see how tight-knit they are. I think what I would like to know down below for any K-pop fans is what other K-pop groups do you like who have maybe this style of music or even something a little bit different where there's a lot of choreography, but there's also an emphasis on vocals. Before we go, I just realized Megan is not here. Girl, where are you? What happened? I love Megan on the show. I felt like she was so consistent. Her dancing was amazing. Maybe someone mentions it in the comment section. Megan, we miss you. Get better soon. Oh, okay. The group definitely is not the same without you. And I feel like Megan brings that just extra oomph to the performances. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and comment down below who your favorite K-pop artist is. Lastly, make sure to check out the description box for ways you can keep in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, check out the Soprano Notes blog filled with a ton of music educational topics, and or take a lesson with me. I hope you have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye!